Now, I've wanted to make this video ever since file divers started faffing with Red Dead Redemption 2 due to the PC release. As courtesy of a mod that allows PC players to play as any NPC in Red Dead Redemption 2, people have noticed that in the files, Nigel, aka Gavin's friend, is referred to as CS Gavin. So of course this has led many people to believe, and many videos have been made and many posts have been made that suggest that Nigel is Gavin himself. And people are like, oh, the mystery's solved, wow, when in reality it's not really a mystery but an Easter egg. I guess it is a mystery technically speaking as far as canon is concerned, but I don't think that Nigel being Gavin is what Rockstar intended the answer to be. They just intended for there to be no answer. So allow me to break down why I believe quite firmly that Nigel is not Gavin, and this theory is founded on nothing evidence. For those who are watching this video and have no idea what this mystery even is, well, it's kind of a hard one to miss, as the moment you enter Rhodes for the first time in this game, you will probably run into this character.
Hello, mister.
Listen, have you seen... I'm looking for my friend, Gavin.
I don't know any Gavins, I'm afraid.
English bloke. Lovely fella. He went missing and now I'm all alone.
Good luck.
That's too bad.
So if you've played Red Dead Redemption 2 enough to even care about what this video is about and you're watching it still, then you probably have a good idea as to who this is and what the supposed mystery is. Before we get into why Nigel is almost certainly not Gavin, let's first explain why people might think that he is. On top of the whole CS Gavin thing that we've mentioned being the Nigel NPC model, people also noticed there was a lack of any other Gavin related thing in the entire game files. So there's no model for Nigel's missing friend, so people have assumed that he somehow does not exist. This does not prove that Nigel is Gavin, this just proves that Rockstar Games never intended for us to find Gavin at all. They didn't have a character model for Gavin in the game because Nigel is a running joke. That is the point of him. For those who really do not know much about this mystery and have only ever seen him as Gavin's friend, you're probably wondering how I know his name is Nigel. Well, to learn this, we're gonna have to kill him. If you loot his deceased corpse, you can in fact find a letter addressed to Nigel from somebody named Tom. He's essentially a friend of Nigel and Gavin back in Berkshire, England, who seems to believe that the both of them have made it big in America. If you want to read this letter, be sure to pause the video, because I really do not want to read it out loud again, because I've already made a video going over the Gavin mystery to begin with, which I made about a year ago, and in my opinion, repeating myself too much isn't a valid reason to bloat content. You're probably thinking, maybe he wrote the letter himself to make his lie more convincing. Now, to that I say, why on earth would he do that? It's not like he's handing out the letter like pamphlets. And while we're at it, if he is pretending to be Gavin, then why is he running around for 8 years, because you can find him in the epilogue doing the exact same bloody thing, looking for his mate, if the entire time it was just him and he doesn't have any friends because he's a sad boy? Now, to be fair to you, you're probably thinking, as far as Red Dead encounters go, that one is rather tame as far as the madness scale is concerned, and you'd probably be correct. But trying to apply logic here is kind of redundant anyway, so I'm going to get back to my point. This theory is relying on what it counts as evidence based on how things are worded in the game files. The game files are how they are to make them easily accessible to all the developers working on the game. It's not really there for players to look at. Do you think everybody in Rockstar would know who Nigel was on first glance if they used his actual name, when in reality he's referred to as Gavin's friend and he's looking for his friend Gavin? So surely for the ease of access for everybody, it would just be simpler to refer to this guy as CS Gavin. Short, not too confusing, very to the point, and everybody working on the game would have known what was going on based on that. My point is, Nigel is referred to as CS Gavin in the game files for ease of understanding, if you catch my meaning. So Gavin's friend Nigel being referred to in the game files as CS_Gavin doesn't necessarily count as evidence that Nigel is Gavin. While there's no evidence as to what happened to Gavin, where Gavin went, things like that, there's also no evidence that suggests that Nigel is Gavin, but I honestly consider that letter to be evidence that Nigel and Gavin are at least separate people. Now, as far as canon is concerned, this is definitely a mystery, but as far as the game is concerned, it's actually just a running joke. The entire point is, you'll be exploring the world and out of nowhere, you'll see the subtitle, Gavin! The entire point is, the first time you're going to think nothing of it, and then later on in the game it's going to catch you off guard and make you go, hang on a minute, and if you kill him, he just respawns and comes back. Which in my opinion just proves that Rockstar don't want to make sense of this character. If you want my best theory as to where Gavin probably went in canon, I'd imagine he probably buggered off back to England because he got tired of Nigel's obsessive shit. But frankly, I don't think it's actually relevant. If you take nothing else away from this video, at least take away the fact that Nigel is 100% almost certainly not Gavin. 100% almost certainly. Okay. Sorry if I've accidentally pissed in anybody's cornflakes here, but I just thought I'd call out the bullshit theory while I could. Rockstar never intended for there to be an answer to the question, where is Gavin? The entire point of Nigel roaming the world in search of his lost friend is a joke. I do get the vibe that a lot of people seem to forget that Rockstar make parody games in parody universes, and even though Red Dead Redemption is a tragic story, it is set within a parody universe. And while the story might be a serious one, certain aspects of what you can find while exploring the open world are there simply to take the piss. This is one such example. Anyways, I think you get my point. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, share the channel with your friends and all that wonderful stuff. That'd be super appreciated. And I will see you all very soon with another video at some point.